Could this be the year that another team outside of Bayern München and Borussia Dortmund win the Bundesliga? Well, currently, my boys Mönchengladbach are leading the way. We'll talk about that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again and another match. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time looking forward to another week of action out in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Bundesliga related, world football related. We've got it all here under Waroski. That's right. Obviously, Mönchengladbach pick up another win, keeping up the pressure at the top of the table. And we'll get to that in just 1 minute. Now, before we get into that, a bit of administration for you folks. I am on the lookout for Patreons, boys and girls. I bet you're wondering what the heck a Patreon is. Patreons are like Indiana Jones, like Star-Lord out of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Heroes to come to save the day. That's right. I'm on the lookout for heroes to come help me, inspire me, kick me on further, kick this channel on further to another flipping level, and it could be you. If you are interested in become a Patreon, check out the old link in the old description down below. Head over to the page, check it out, have a good old read, and see what you think. Yeah, it'll just cost you $1 at the very least $1 to help push me forward to another level. Check that sucker out. Anyway, folks, let's get into the action and take a little look at the past results and, of course, my predictions. So here we are, folks, taking a look at it. Now this is the grading criteria. I'm going to judge both you and me. If you get 0 to 3 in your predictions, you're going to get in the shit-face gang, 4 to 5 the straight-face club, 6 plus top banana. Let's take a little look at how I got on. I don't think I did great this time. I think I might have been in the shit-face gang, so hey, I'm going to drag a lot of you down with me, I tell you that. So Mainz did take care of business against Köln, 3-1 final score. Started off nicely, 2-1 for me. Bayern up against Union Berlin, 2-1 final score in that one. I actually got that one pretty close to the money as well, 3-0. And I think it all went pear-shaped from here on in. Hertha Berlin lost at home to Hoffenheim, actually went 2-0 win for Berlin. Freiburg did take care of business against Red Bull Leipzig, or Radensport Leipzig. I actually went for Leipzig on this one. 0-0 draw between Schalke and Dortmund. That is a bit of a rivalry. I actually thought Schalke would nick it. So not too bad on that one, but wrong. Paderborn did win their first match, or actually put 3 points on the board. 2-0 win over Düsseldorf. Actually went the other way on that one. Leverkusen managed to take a draw out of Werder Bremen, 2-2 in the end. Actually won the 1-0 win on that one. And Wolfsburg had a draw against Augsburg on this one, 0-0. Actually went 2-0 on this one. And then finally, I did get the last one. I went with my boys. 4-2 win. Final score, Mönchengladbach actually went 3-1 in this one. Same sort of margin, so not too shabby. And as you can see, just the 3, which means I'm in the big fat red-faced club on this bad boy. So how about you guys? How did you get on? Well, Ree opened us up with the shit-faced club. We are, well, Parish Vayas. I'm all over the place. I do apologize. Parish Vayas, straight-faced gang for him. No co-drinkers in the shit-faced club. On Magi Monday, also in the shit-faced gang. We are QPR, also joins me, as does Nathan Heaver. Nemo Antonajevic, also in the shit-faced club. Adia Petra, shit-faced club. Yannick Bustler, though, steadied the ship, as did, Denzel Tan, also in the shit-faced gang. And this fella, Christian04, shit-faced club. So, yeah, as you can see, it was a lot of predictions that didn't really go the way they probably should have went. But maybe we could do better this time out. Now, this is the current state of flux out in the Bundesliga. Borussia Mönchengladbach lead the way by 1 point. Bayern second. Freiburg back into contention again, into third. Wolfsburg are in fourth. Dortmund and Leipzig make up the Europa League spots. Down the bottom is Paderborn, Augsburg and Köln going down, but they will be in the playoffs. So let's take a look at the next round of matches here, folks. Kicking it all off. On Friday, it'll be Hoffenheim up against Paderborn. Now, the recent record between these two sides, going back to 2007, when both of these sides were in the Zweite Bundesliga, we have 3 wins for Hoffenheim, 0 wins for Paderborn, 1 draw along the way. The draw was the last time that these two sides did play, back in 2015 in Paderborn, and the record between these two sides over in Hoffenheim has been 2 wins for Hoffenheim. So I expect pretty much a sim score on this one, going with a 2-0 win for Hoffenheim to snatch it. The bookmakers, if you're interested, 2-1 for Hoffenheim, a 2-1 on, should I say, 5-1 the away win, 18-5 the draw on this one, and a win for Hoffenheim could see them jump from 10th of the table up to as high as 3rd. That's how tight it is. A win for Paderborn, should they be so lucky, they could get out of the drop zone and up and beyond. Next up, we have Dortmund up against Wolfsburg on this one. The recent record between these two sides goes in favour of the hosts. 5 wins out of 6 games. There's been 1 draw in recent times, back in 2018 in Dortmund. Now, if you want to take a look at the recent record over in Dortmund in a bit more detail, 3 wins for the hosts, 2 draws, 1 win for Wolfsburg. That was back in 2015. It looks like it was the Cup back in the day. Aubameyang scored for Dortmund. Gustavo De Bruyne and Bas Dost for Wolfsburg. That's when Wolfsburg were challenging. I think actually, did they win a Bundesliga title not so long ago? Within 10 years, I think so. I'm actually going with a 3-0 win on this one myself for the bookmakers, just in case you're interested. 2-1 for Dortmund, 2-1 on for Dortmund, 11-2 for Wolfsburg, 10-3. The draw on this one, and again, a win for Dortmund could see them jump to the top of the table, depending on goal difference. Should Wolfsburg be a little bit lucky, they come into this actually above Dortmund on this one, 17 points on the board. They could also go outright top. Very, very tight game, this one. Meanwhile, Leipzig up against Mainz in this one. Leipzig currently had a bit of a rough patch at the moment. 1 win at the past 5 coming into this. Mainz on the flip side, they're down 13th. 2 wins out of 3 for them heading into this. The last 6 games in all competitions, in all venues, 3 wins for Leipzig, 1 win for Mainz, 2 draws along the way. You've got to go back to 2018 over in Mainz for their last victory. It was 3-0 for them, quite comfortably in the end. If you want to take a look at the last 6 games, though, between these two sides, Oden and Leipzig, we can only go back to the last 3. And Leipzig have failed to lose against Mainz when played at home. 2 wins and 1 draw along the way. Last season was a 4-1 win for Leipzig on this one. Bookmakers odds, if you want that, I'm going to give it to you. 3-1 on for Leipzig, 8-1 Mainz, 17-4 the draw. I'm actually going to go with Leipzig big on this one, 4-1 in the end. And again, that could potentially push them in to top 2. Second spot for them. Should Mainz get the victory, they could climb as high as 11th. Leverkusen up against my boys, Mönchengladbach. Now Leverkusen coming to this into 8th spot at the moment. Just actually 2 wins out of the past 5 games. Not too bad. Mönchengladbach, though, just the 1 defeat out of the past 6. Who was that against? Was that against Dortmund? I think it was. They did lose to Dortmund 1-0, but form book is looking good at the moment, sitting 19th point. A win for Gladbach, and they'll remain top. The last 6 games between the two sides, 4 victories for Leverkusen, 2 wins for Gladbach, 0 draws along the way. Now, the last 6 games over in Leverkusen, 3 wins for Leverkusen, 2 wins for Gladbach, 1 draw along the way. In fact, last season, Gladbach were lucky, and they got the 1-0 win. In fact, they've won 2 out of the past 3 games over in Leverkusen. The bookmakers' odds, what they got on this one, they've gone 21-20 for Leverkusen, 25 to Gladbach, 11-4 the draw. I'm actually going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one. Cannot separate the two sides to give them a share of the spoils. Frankfurt up against Bayern on this bad boy. This one's always a difficult one for me. The recent 6 goes 1 in favour, 1 victory for Frankfurt, 5 victories for Bayern. That's in all venues, in all grounds, all competitions. However, the last 6 over in Frankfurt doesn't get much pretty reading for Frankfurt either. 4 victories for Bayern, 2 draws along the way. Back in 2016 was the last time that Bayern failed to lose. It was a 2-2 draw. Coming into this, Bayern sits 2nd, Frankfurt sit 9th. A win for Frankfurt could see him jump to 3rd in the table. I'm actually going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. Give Frankfurt the benefit of the doubt. Moving forward, Werder Bremen up against Freiburg. Now, these games are all taking place on Saturday, the 2nd of November. Werder Bremen coming to this, winning 3 at the past 6 games between themselves and Freiburg. Freiburg just the 1. That 1 win was back in 2018 at home. There's been 2 draws along the way. The last 6 games over in Bremen, a result of 2 wins for the hosts, 1 win for the visitors, and 3 draws along the way. You've got to go back to 2016 for the last time Freiburg won against Werder Bremen away from home. It was a 3-1 win back in the day. Coming to this, though, Bremen are the draw masters, drawing 4 of the past 5. Freiburg, though, just the 1 defeat out of the past 5 heading into this. They might be here to stay. They might be here to stay, folks. Coming into this, Werder Bremen are evens to win this game, 13-5 for Freiburg, 27-10 for Bremen on this one. I'm actually going to go with a 3-1 win for Werder Bremen. I don't believe it. I don't believe they're here for the long haul on this sucker. Next up, we have Union Berlin up against Hertha Berlin. It is the battle of the Berlin Battlers. Union Berlin coming to this 15th at the table, sits 7 points on the board. Just the 1 win out of the past 6. Hertha Berlin on the flip side, they're doing a little bit better in 11th spot, just the 1 defeat out of the past 5 coming into this. Now, the past 6 games between the two sides, we're talking past 5 really. And all venues, all grounds. 1 win for Union Berlin, 2 wins for Hertha, 2 draws along the way. You're going to go back to 2011 for Union Berlin's last victory against their namesakes or their rivals. It was a 2-1 win back in 2011 when both teams were in the Zweite Bundesliga. However, the last few games in when Union Berlin have been hosts, it's been 2 wins for the visitors and 1 draw along the way. So not looking good at the moment. The bookmakers odds on this one, 9-5 for Union Berlin, 6-4 for Hertha, just favourites on this one, 12-5 the draw. I'm actually going with a 2-1 win for Union Berlin, bad boys, to snatch it. Give them a bit of a bounce, and that win could see them jump to 12th in the table. If Hertha Berlin were victorious, they could jump a couple of spots to 9th if they are lucky. Into Sunday's matches we go as Düsseldorf up against Köln. They've only played each other 3 times going back to 2008, and it's been 1 win for Köln, 2 draws along the way. So Düsseldorf looking for a victory. They are at a bit of a rough form as of late, just the 1 win out of the past 5. Köln come into this 1 loss out of the past 4, so looking good at the moment. Köln seem to have turned a corner. They're still in the old relegation area, 16th in the table. A win for them could see them jump to 12th. A win for Fortuna Düsseldorf, who are on the same points as Köln, could also see them jump to 12th in the table. The bookmakers odds on this bad boy: 7-4 for Fortuna Düsseldorf, 7-5 for Köln. So they are slight favourites away from home, 27-10 for the draw out. So for me, I'm actually going to go with a 2-0 win for Düsseldorf to snatch it and again get their season back on track. And I'm wrapping it up. The late kickoff on Sunday is Augsburg up against Schalke. Augsburg having a bit of a nightmare at the moment. They are in the drop zone, 17th spot of the board. They haven't picked up a victory in 5. Schalke on the flip side looking much better than they did last season, just the 1 defeat out of the past 6. Heading into this, the bookmakers will go with Schalke on this one. I pretty am sure. 27-10 for Augsburg, 14-5 the draw, 19-20 for Schalke the victory. Heading into this, Schalke have won 3 of the past 6 games between the two sides. The other 3 were draws, so it's been a while for Augsburg's victory. In fact, taking the last 6 games over in Augsburg, it's been 2 victories for Schalke, 3 draws, 1 win for the hosts. That was back in 2015. It was a 2-1 win into this. So Schalke looking good in recent records. Can they get the better of them this time around? I'm actually going to go with a squeaky 1-0 win for Schalke, and that potentially could send Wagner's boys up to 2nd in the league if everything else goes their way, which it probably won't. However, if Augsburg were to win, they could get themselves out of it into 10th to 12th spot, and then moving forward into the nitty-gritty part of the season. That's my predictions, folks. What about you? Get yours in there nice and early. I want to hear what you guys have to say about match day number 10 out in the Bundesliga. Now, let's take a look at what the table would look like should my predictions come on in. Mönchengladbach will top the pops. Bayern will be 2nd, Dortmund 3rd, Leipzig back into contention in 4th spot. Schalke and Freiburg will occupy the Europa League spots. Down the bottom will be Paderborn, Köln and Augsburg in the relegation dogfight for here on in. Just to let you know, I do have live shows on the channel, live prediction shows just like this. Mondays and Tuesdays are occupied by the English domestic season. Champions Leagues are on Thursdays. I think there is one this week, so if you get in there nice and early, you can catch that bad boy. And then on Saturday, if you're bored, we hopefully will be back with our latest watch along. We've been adding technical snafus the past couple, but hopefully, maybe I've been a bit of a taboo whenever I've not been on there. We've not really been in games, so hopefully we can bounce back and get ourselves a win against Sheffield Wednesday. So join me on that bad boy. But until then, make sure you give this video some loving. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. Let's try and push this baby to 50 thumbs up. And also, if you know some buddies who like Bundesliga action, share the video with them. Get it out there. And also make sure you smash the subscribe if you're new. We've got football videos popping out here every single pissing day on the channel. So we got everything for anybody, something for everybody. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna get out of here. Got to get ready for Halloween. Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something nice to eat. That means a win for Mönchengladbach. And until then, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. I'm out of here. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.